Hello and welcome to the ninth video lecture of Principles of Marketing, Semester 1, Model number 1. In today's video lecture, we are going to discuss about the marketing environment. Any marketing company or any business as such works in some type of environment. Before going into much details about it, first let us understand what do you mean by environment. So students, what do you mean by environment? Environment means anything that is external to us, or sometimes it may be something that is internal to us, that affects us and makes us to react in certain way. For example, if it is cold outside, if the temperature falls outside, we react to it by wearing woolen clothing to make ourselves comfortable. Now suppose if the temperature suddenly goes up and it becomes hot, we react to it by removing the woolen clothing and wear something that is cotton, and maybe switch on the AC or maybe switch on the table fan or the ceiling fan. So we react, we have a stimulus to it. So if there's some change in the environment to make ourselves comfortable in the existing environment, because we cannot change the environment, we have to change ourselves so that we can suit the environment, so that we can survive in the environment. If we see some of the ecosystems that are there, the frog for example, it has changed itself to the environment that it stays. The fish that stays in water, it changes itself in the environment that it stays so that it can survive. Similarly, businesses have to change themselves or adapt themselves to the changing marketing environment. To understand how businesses have to change themselves according to the changing marketing environment, first, the businesses or we as marketing managers have to understand what is the marketing environment made up of. So, let us understand that in today's lecture. So, what is marketing environment? Marketing environment, as the definition given by Dr. Philip Kotler, is it is a company's marketing environment consists of internal factors and forces which affect the company's ability to develop and maintain successful transactions and relationships with the company's target consumers or customers. See, there is continuous relationship in the form of transaction between the company and its customers. And then how it affects, that is how there are various factors that affect the operations of a company. That is what is marketing environment according to Philip Kotler. To make this definition much more easier, we have one more definition, that is what is marketing environment. Marketing environment consists of all the actors and forces that influence the company's ability to transact business effectively with its target market, that is with its customers. So all those forces which are affecting the business and which make the business or change the operations or change the way the business operates and how it transacts with its target consumers. So all those actors, all those forces form the marketing environment. Marketing environment can be broadly classified into micro environment and macro environment. So micro, as the name suggests, microscope, it means small, so smaller environment. So basically these are the forces that are close to the company that affects its ability to serve the consumers or customers. So market micro environment are those factors which are somewhat controllable by the company. We'll see what this micro environment is in detail in the coming lectures. Now, what is macro environment? Macro environment are larger forces that affect the whole micro environment. So macro environment are those factors, large factors, which are not under the control of the company. These macro environmental factors are same for all the companies or all the firms that are operating in the industry. As I've told you in one of my previous lectures, that there is a distinction between the term firm and industry. Remember, company and industry. You don't call companies as industry. Industry, you that is, you cannot start an industry by yourself. For example, the difference you'll very easily understand. Many people make a mistake saying, calling companies or firms as industries. That is a wrong saying or wrong thing. What exactly happens is, see, the distinction can be very easily understood by industry, textile industry, or maybe cement industry. Cement industry, in the sense, what are the companies that come under cement industry? ACC, Bagalkot Cement, JK Cement, then many other cement companies which are there similarly. So all these companies or all these firms work in the cement industry. Remember, there is a difference between industry and companies or firms. Companies and firms can be analogous or similar things, but industry is something different. Textile industry, for example, all the clothing companies, all those companies which are working in the clothing company, that is within the textile industry, for example, Arvind Mills, or maybe well spun companies, or maybe even smaller cloth manufacturers, garment manufacturers. All these companies will come are companies that are working, all these companies together form the textile industry. So coming back to our definition of macro environment affects the entire industry. So all these companies have similar macro environment, whereas micro environment will be different for individual companies or firms. Now let us understand in detail what is this marketing environment. As given in this diagram has been taken from Principles of Marketing book, Dr. Philip Kotler. Now, as I've seen clearly shown in this picture, company is at the center and there is a pink color circle that forms the micro environment. That is, the company itself forms the micro environment. Then the suppliers, customers, intermediaries, competitors, and publics. These are the things that form the micro environment, shaded in pink color. Then we have the macro factors, that is macro environment, that affects the entire industry. For example, ACC company is a firm or a company. Similarly, Bagalkot Cement, JK Cement, these all are companies. All these yellow colored, whatever I have kept, that is demographic, economic, natural, technological, political, and cultural environment. These all are same for all these companies. So these are same for the entire industry, remember. Okay. Now coming back to our this diagram. uh, Company. Now what is this company? All this, its values, its mission, its vision. So all these forms or its workers, or what its goal, its mission. So all these forms the company's internal environment, that is its company's micro environment. Similarly, suppliers. Who are our suppliers? Suppliers are those people who supply goods or certain things to us from which we prepare, especially in manufacturing sector, from which we manufacture our finished goods. Then comes customers. Customers are those people who purchase things from us. So whatever we manufacture or the services that we provide, the receiver of our service or the purchaser of our service and the purchaser of our goods, these are our customers. Then comes the intermediaries. Who are our intermediaries? Intermediaries are those people who come between the manufacturer and the customer. That is, intermediaries can be anyone. They can be a reseller, like your kirana shop owner, that is your retailer. He can be someone like a service provider also, like a transport person. He can be someone like a marketing agent also. If you are giving your products to be sold through agents or jobber, so any one of these kind can be your marketing intermediaries. Any person who helps your service or your products to reach your ultimate customer is your marketing intermediary. That is why the word intermediary, intermediate between two people. Now, next one is your competitors. Competitors are all those people who are within the same industry, who are competing for the same market segment that you also are trying to sell. For example, uh, I am a tea drinker. So, in tea brands, for example, who are your competitors? Suppose if you are launching one more company of one more company that is selling tea or tea leaves, packed tea leaves. So, who are your competitors? Yes, Red Label will be your biggest competitor. It is the biggest in when it comes to market share. Then again, you have Tata Tea. Then in Belgaum, if you see Saraswati Tea and lot of other related this tea products and tea brands you'll get. But generally, these are the three which are selling the most in Belgaum. Apart from that, in economics, we have also studied about substitute products. Substitute products are those which can substitute your existing products. For example, I am a tea drinker. Generally, I drink tea, but given an opportunity, I may prefer coffee sometimes. So, coffee like brew, Nescafe can also become my competitors sometimes. So, then we should not neglect these substitute products as our competitors. So these all form our competitors. If certain decision taken by our competitors, that will definitely affect us and we have to react to them. So that is why they form our environment. Similarly, publics. Now publics, when I say publics, remember not public, it is publics. There are different type of people who form our publics. For example, financial institutions. Are financial institutions interested in the company? Yes, they are interested because they give us loan. They maintain our account, current account many times. They also give credit and they are interested in how our company is performing. So that is why financial institutions have an interest in how the company is performing. Similarly, the media public, for example, media are those that carry news, features, and editorials, especially opinions about a particular company or a brand. They also carry advertisements of a company, so they help us in promotion. So they also are directly uh, affecting us, and they also form the marketing environment. And then we have government publics. That is, government publics are government agencies who look after the law enforcement, or also sometimes, for example, the FSSAI, FSSAI, that is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. They look after lot of which is a government agency. They look after effective management, or effect where they look after the laws, whether they are being enforced by the company or no. They look after the safety and standards of food in India. For example, if you want to understand why government will be interested, or why they form the this um, micro environment, in 2015, Maggie had a problem. Maggie had found itself in a problem. That is, it had high amount of lead, and I think it was sodium gluconate, this trace element, which causes cancer. This was found to be very high in Maggie products, and hence lot of Maggie products were recalled. The then Delhi government at that time, in fact, the Kejriwal government itself had banned the sales of Maggie in Delhi. Similarly, it was followed by a pan India ban. That is, in entire India, there was ban on sales of Maggie in 2015, May 2015, I remember. Then, if we go little back again, Cadbury itself had found itself in a problem, that is the worm controversy, where many parts of India, especially in Maharashtra state, uh, Cadbury, that is dairy milk especially, were found to be worm infested. They were found that worms were there in there, those uh, chocolates. So uh, Cadbury called lot of units back to the factory. So they were sent by the retailers back to the factory. Then they launched with their new packaging, and then there was the controversy was closed later on because the new packs that were they brought in were considered to be safe enough. Not even recently, if we see, I think Johnson and Johnson in 2019, they found themselves in a controversy where uh, their talcum powder, that is baby products especially, and to be more precise, the talcum powder, baby powder, Johnson and Johnson baby powder, was considered to be harmful for infants because they had a high level of asbestos, which is a cancer causing agent again. So it was banned in European Union, and also they were given served a notice by the government agencies to prove that it is safe to be used by for infants. So such kind of things may come into enforcement by law enforcing agencies of government, and hence government publics also play an important role in marketing environment. Because of all these things, these companies had to change their marketing policies, that is the product itself. They had to change the packaging, they had to change, their composition of the product. So all these were changed. Then the comes by under publics is the citizens itself, that is when we talk about citizens, they are neighborhood citizens or general publics. It may happen, for example, even if you start a small kirana shop, it will cause lot of traffic to the nearby people. So the nearby people, that is your neighborhood, will be directly affected. They may come and complain to you, and you have to change certain policies of your company. So this is how your marketing environment will uh, affect you. Similarly, there are demographic, if you go to external environment, demographic environment talks about uh, the age, the income level of the people, the this mm, composition of your uh, customer group, that is male, female, gender. Then these kind of demographic profile will be will affect your marketing environment, because if the demographic environment is changing, you have to come up with changes in your product itself. And then comes economic environment. If whether it talks about whether the company or whether the economy is going through a recession, it is going through a prosperity, whether it is going through a boom, whether it is going through a recovery phase. So what type of phase, economic phase, is the economy going through? Then comes natural environment, that talks about how what is the natural environment, that is the environment outside, whether it is summer season, whether it is rainy season, whether there are floods, whether there are earthquakes recently, whether there have been very good environment recently, so that production and agricultural production was good and everyone is prosperous. So all this comes under natural environment. Then technological environment talks about the technology that is there. One case I'll like to explain here, I'll explain you later also when I'm dealing with all this in detail. Nokia, for example, when I was in college, everyone used to have a Nokia phone. Nokia was synonymous to phone at that time. It ruled the Indian mobile market. But it if you consider it now, probably not many of you will purchase Nokia phones. Why? Because Nokia did not learn that the technology was changing and it was moving from its keypads. It only had those ugly keypad looking phones. Those were of very good quality, but only keypad phones they used to manufacture, and they refused to go towards touch screen phones, and that is why they were left behind by companies like Samsung, then lot of other Chinese mobile phones. So you have to change according to changing environment in technology. Then political environment will be changing, your right wing politics, left wing politics, central politics. So different political parties will have their agenda, and based upon that your political environment will be changing. Some will be some countries, if you are into global marketing, will be politically sensitive countries where you cannot run your marketing programs. So those companies you have to identify, and you have to work your marketing programs accordingly, or change your marketing programs accordingly. And lastly, we have cultural environment. Cultural environment also talks about your socio-cultural the norms. That is, how is your society, how is your culture in different parts of India. We find different cultures, and you have to come up with marketing programs that suits the culture which is there. Ad that is running on in certain part of India should be different from an ad that is running in a different part of India. For example, a North Indian ad might run in Hindi, a simple language I'll take, Hindi, whereas a South Indian ad should run in the ad that is of the state. For example, in Karnataka, you might have a Kannada ad. Maharashtra, you may have an Marathi ad. In Tamil Nadu, you may run with a Tamil ad, and Kerala, you may run with a Malayalam ad. And similarly, you may take local actors or local people in the ad and show them that they are one of those state people itself. In Odisha, if you see, you might go with an Odia ad, and similarly Bengal, if you go, you might have a Bengali ad. So similarly, this is only about language I am talking about. There are many issues that we'll see in later part when we are talking about marketing environment in detail. So this is only an introduction. It is to your marketing environment, micro environment and macro environment. We shall take this in detail in the next class. We shall see only micro environment, that is this pink portion only we shall see in detail. So till then, I hope you have understood this lecture. If you have any difficulties, you can contact us.